What is up, ladies and gents? I'm going to show you guys just one way to PvP as a tank. So here, you're going to copy the skills that I have now. This is more for like a 1v1 setting. I'm going to change a couple things for like mid-scale, large scale. But like I'm going to pop counter barrier, which is my first skill. And what that does is it increases my shield block chance to like 60%. Now, let's say I want to fight this guy. I stun him. I got 2 seconds left. Knock him up. I missed it, see, because if you look right here, there's gonna be 3 seconds left depending on the stun. Now let's say this guy's running away from me. Yeah, I can just do that and now he's stuck. See that right there? And another thing too is I have strategic rush right here, which helps me push someone into the corner. But as you can see, they're not gonna just stand there and take it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and stun. I'm gonna save my ascending slash. He perfect blocked that, but it's okay because I'm gonna follow it up with this. I didn't knock that one up yet, but that's okay. So what I really want to do is I want to show you guys how this whole setup works. So now I'm going to push him into the wall. Nope, missed that one again. Now he's running away. Now he's not, see? So I'm going to go ahead and pop counter barrier. I'm going to show you guys the thing again. See, I'm at 56 shield block chance. So I stunned him right there because he was being, you know, annoying. And then right here here you can see like the ascending slash here. You have to time it perfectly while he's stunned or bound or prone. It all makes a different thing. For example, right here. So again, he's binded right there, and I can follow it up with an ascending slash. I can also throw him up right here. Do that. And you see right there, he's on the ground. That's because I followed a stun with a knock-up. There's multiple ways you can do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys again. Another skill, let's say if I'm not using Da Vinci's Courage to give my attack speed, I'm gonna go ahead and put this chain right here because that way I can have someone from getting away. Go, nope, get over here. And then I can line them up and then push them that way. Okay. So this is the cool thing about PvP. So you can just kind of like line things up to kind of match the way of your playstyle. Personally, I like, for example, he's trying to run away. I don't want him to get away. So I gotta go chase him. So I'm still following him here. I'm gonna try to stun him. Missed because he went invisible. But these are an example of some skills that you have. The reason why I had Immortal Pride is because certain skill passes I have help me with my PvP. So I'm going to go ahead and just start putting more combos out onto this guy again so you guys can see what that looks like. And pop counter barrier. 2 seconds left. Stun. I missed the stun here, but I can stun him against the wall. As you can see, he's still stunned. So right there, I've popped off multiple skills with my blue gear. And let's say he's running away again, and I don't want him to get away. I'll pull him with that chain. See, you gotta keep in mind your cooldowns on a lot of your skills so you can continue to have this going on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the skills that I have. Just let me tell these guys. Copy my PvE tank build in Discord. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hide that. So anyways, this is the skills that I have here. And here's the skill spec that I have currently. You don't have to copy it. This is just a way to play. So this is what I have because I want to increase the stun chance. I'm going to go ahead and explain everything. For the tank, for the most part, personally so far, I don't really have anything on right now. I can add more damage here. You can make some variations, but most of your damage is going to come from a lot of this stuff. For example, I can increase the range here if I wanted to, or I cannot. I can bind the target. That's what the spec that you want there. And for fighting tanks, you can have this on. If you're not fighting tanks, you can take that off because it's specifically to decrease the target shield block by 30%. Heavy attack chance increases, nice. This increases the attack speed. You don't need to have that on. If you can, if you want to, but it's really just kind of like a filler skill at the end. You could have this one on if you want, or you could just turn it into the ice. I have 5 points here left, so I can figure out where I want to put that. So obviously I'm going to try to put that into Guillotine Blade. So let me see if I can go ahead and remove this. This is nice for like 1v1s because this heals yourself and it increases your magic and defense base, you know, proportional to the amount of HP that you have. This increases the effect duration by 3 seconds. Damage DR is not that important as much as I thought it was. It just reduces like the hit by like 25. So this is all right. I'm gonna go ahead and add extra damage here. And now I have the skill points for that move right there. So you can copy that. Go ahead and take a look at it. And go ahead and take a look at this. Now there's so many, you can make a strategic rush into a wider rush. So for example, if you really wanted to, it'll look like this now. You see how it's like a bigger arrow now? You can do that for like large scale, So that's like, you really need to realize, how do you want to play? Do you want to play more for like small scale or, you know, large scale? So I just took that guy's kill. That was kind of unsportsmanlike of me. Sorry, I just kind of wanted to show an opportunity to show you guys how to do that. But if you're a tank, this is one way to play, because there's 3 different ways you can fight: 1v1, 3v3, mid scale, and then large scale. So depending on how you play, it really matters on how you organize your skills. So now for the passive skills, I'm not gonna go over every skill. I'm just gonna show you guys like what they do and the combo like that I use them in. So as you guys saw right here, before I talk about the passive, let's go back to the active. You have the counter barrier to increase your shield block, so that way you passively block. This is to bind. You don't need to use this at the start. You can use this to catch somebody. You stun, heavy hit, knock them on the ground, another hit, or you can hit them with this. You can stun and follow up with that one and then do another hit. And mind you, I'm in Amazon AGS early access, and I'm doing all right. I haven't been killing like I used to. I'm top 133, still pretty good. I used to be top 4 when I was actively constantly going to kills, but it's fine. So that's pretty much it for today's video on how to PvP as a tank, and I want everybody who's going to be in my guild right now to just use this setup for now. Now for the passive skills, you need to have this because this is important, because this is what increases your hit on your character, so you can have this setup. My hits dropped a little bit since I switched to some blue gears, but I'm gonna definitely change this up a little bit more. Once I finish my complete blue set, I'm gonna have a lot better stats. So back to the skills. This is for the extra HP, and you get the health regen, but mainly you're using it for the HP. This is you can get heavy attack chance, so I probably should run this. I could probably take this one out and put this one here, but the reason why I like this one is it says colliding the target decreases the remaining cooldown for all skills by 14%, so it helps get your skills back a lot quicker. Anyway, I use skillful evasion because at max level you get 300 range and magic evasion, and if you guys saw what I currently have, I have this much ranged and magic evasion, so it's not a lot. So it does add up for players that are just not properly built. And as a tank, you want to go endurance and evasion depending on how you want to fight. You want to be a ranged, you want to be an evasion tank or an endurance tank. And if you guys don't know what that is, I'm going to explain that again. If you go into the skills here, all endurance does is increases the chance of evading critical skills and taking the minimum amount of damage from melee attacks if your stat is higher. So that's all it does. So you just stop them from critting, and they only hit you with the base amount of damage. So that's how it works. Now I also have, as you can see, resilient mind. This helps me get my mana back in my fights, and it gives me defense. Well, no, I'm sorry. It gives me mana back. I'm gotta get this to epic because this is my favorite skill here, because depending on the amount of enemies in the area, I actually get more defense and the range. For example, right now at blue, 4 meters it procs, but at max level I think it's like 9 meters or 10, I forget. But and that makes a difference, because if there's like 2 enemies next to me, it's not activated. To give you an idea, right here it's what is it, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3, 4. So this, if there's an enemy right there that far away from me, I get an extra 700 defense. But now if I have it at max level, look how far they can be away from me for it to proc. And that's why it's probably one of the best skills to get to epic +5, because it says right there, increase by 700 if there are 7 or more targets. Otherwise, magic, melee, and range defense increase by 179 if there are 2 or fewer enemies. But once there's more than 7, your defense tends to scale. And this one's the one that protects you from all immunities of CC, which makes you almost broken. So this is why I love this class. So this is how to PvP as a tank. I'm gonna go ahead and post this into the Discord, so that way everyone can copy this build. I don't want to have to keep explaining myself. This is just one build. So hopefully that helped you guys out for global. And again, this is my setup right now. As you guys can see, I'm just like you guys. I have not swiped. All I did was buy the early access pass. I'm still running my green set. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting, you know, more blue stuff later on. But decent set. Melee evasion down is down to 844 instead of my 1200, but that's just because I swapped to blue gears. I'm gonna be replacing this one myself as well with other stuff. So I know you guys are asking for the blue build. It's already public in the Discord. There's 2 different builds in the Discord currently, but I have to modify them now because of milestones. When it comes out on global, I noticed that a lot of stuff isn't farmable, so a lot of gear isn't accessible. So even though it's a good build, you don't have access to it right away. And I know you guys want to grind to your heart's content. So even though you can open world farm, it's not the best because you actually get better drop rates from inside the open dungeons. Because I grinded for like 2 hours and killed mobs for some of the pieces that I needed, like here, and I didn't get it. Versus I was in Ant's Cave for like 2 minutes and I got this piece right here, which gives me melee evasion and 2 dexterity, which was one of the best pants as well. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching and hopefully that helped. Peace. And as always, stay blessed. Also, if you're wanting to join my guild, it's full. Please apply to my second guild, Trauma Unit. I'm going to help you guys get sorted, and I don't want you guys to feel pressure because my other guild is very heavily PvP focused and it's very demanding between the hours of 4 p.m. Pacific time and 10 o'clock Pacific time. Anything other than that, we're semi-hardcore. So thank you guys and stay blessed.